What is the cost? You had a go at Mr. Shorten for not knowing the cost of his carbon policy. What is the cost to the economy from the 26%?
I can tell you. I'm happy to tell you. The cost is $3.5 billion. That's the cost.
Economic growth.
Yeah.
Cost economic growth.
No, the cost was 0.6%. But that wasn't based on the same. That's to GDP, but that wasn't based on the same policies that we're now proceeding with. I mean, a lot of the modelling you see on the 26% is actually based on an economy-wide carbon price. And the BA economics work that was done on the 26% target was based on policies that provided an economy-wide carbon price. Now, it is not our policy to have an economy-wide carbon price. It is our policy through the $3.5 billion Climate Solutions Fund is to have what is, as you know, through the previous emissions reduction fund, a reverse auction where we purchase the abatement, the emissions reduction, and that cost is a direct cost to budget, and that cost, together with the other initiatives we've already announced, is $3.5 billion. Now, what Bill Shorten is doing, by whether it's the requirement for companies to purchase these tens of billions of dollars of foreign carbon credits from goodness knows where. The Australians reports today it's 25 billion, as I've said. Our estimate is it's closer to 35 billion. That is a direct cost on the economy. And it's more than that. It's really more than that. So that's what our cost is. That's how it's comprised. We're taking the direct action approach to meeting our targets, and that direct action approach has worked. Because as I've reminded you all, and I will remind you again, when we came to government, there was a more than 700 million tonne climate emissions reduction deficit to meet the Kyoto 2020 targets. More than 700 million tonnes. Now, we have turned that around, and we will meet our Kyoto 20 targets that Labor set and weren't meeting. We will now not just meet them, but we will beat them to the tune of 369 million tonnes. Now, Labor are now saying that by 2030, that they need to reduce emissions by 1.33 billion tonnes. Our target is 328 million tonnes. And if Bill Shorten thinks that's going to cost the economy the same, well, frankly, he knows less about his policy than he's even demonstrated today.
Okay. So what is it as a percentage of GDP then? If it's not 0.6%, how much would it cost as a percentage of GDP? And also, how much would it cost Australians, your climate change policy?
Well, again, I've just outlined it. It's $3.5 billion. That is the cost of our policy, and that is the cost on the economy.
Prime Minister, the documents obtained by the